Hi, boys and girls. GrandMommy kind of slid in on a wing and a prayer with this one. Today's story is that the boys and girls are getting so excited because it is finally December. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And you know what December brings? December brings everybody's so busy. Everybody's just so busy. But remember, they have a big Christmas concert. The Glee Club does. Oh my goodness gracious. There is in town what they call a band shell. And what that is a building that is like that, round, and it sits on the ground, okay? And then this front half is all open, and it's a stage. And so you can have concerts there, you can have band concerts and Glee Club concerts, and even plays. And the sound is real good because of the way they built it. Well, guess what Miss Amanda, their music teacher, did? She booked the band shell early. She did that in October, so that she could get her bid in so that the boys and girls could really have a beautiful place to sing. Now, the only thing wrong with that was that there wasn't any seats. So you had to bring your, you had to bring your own seat, if you were gonna listen to it. So they were starting to go to the band shell to practice. And they had went last week, and they thought that was so exciting. So now in order to do that, she had to have practice after school, which most of the time she did. And their mamas and daddies had to make sure that they took them there. And she told them, she said, if you don't come to the practice, she says, you're not going to be in the concert. You're not going to sing. Well, boy, I tell you, they got there. Some of them got there early. They wanted to make sure as soon as school was out, they got down there and they could go on the concert. Now, don't forget, boys and girls, that the Three Little Pigs and all the rest of the kids were invited over to see Princess Hannah this Christmas vacation. Oh, they were getting so excited. Oh my goodness gracious. And poor Mommy Piggy, she was sewing and sewing and sewing because all the ladies wanted a fancy, fancy dress. And then they wanted a second dress too. Mommy Piggy is so good. Oh, she is so good at her sewing. I wish I could be that good. If I could be that good, I might make a couple of quilts. Who do you think? Anyway, they got there. Today was their lesson, and they got there all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Oh, they were just bouncing off the walls. Miss Amanda says, now. She says, let's be quiet, boys and girls, because you can't do this in the concert. And some of them got kind of scared. What's it going to be like? And Miss Amanda said, I think that I need to tell all of you boys and girls what it's going to be like. Well, we're hoping, of course, besides your mamas and daddies, we're hoping that a lot of people will be here. So what you need to do is ask your, Mommy's got a spot on her glasses. You need to ask your friends, and your mommies and daddies ask their friends to come to the concert, and the tickets will be $2. Our mamas and daddies has to pay to come to the concert? And Miss Amanda says, well, yeah, but for all the parents of you boys and girls, they're only $1. But to everybody else, we have to charge $2. Okay. And Little Bad Wolf kind of looked kind of sad. He says, I don't have anybody to give, to tell to come to the concert because all of you people are here. And all the boys and girls laughed. And Squiggly, being the smart one, Squiggly says, now you know, Little Bad Wolf, that Mr. and Mrs. Farmer Brown, they know a lot of people. And they will be able to sell some tickets. I bet you they will. Oh, they were singing their songs and they were doing so good. And then it came to Piggly and Wiggly and Squiggly's turn to sing Amazing Grace. And now you know, remember, they've been teaching that song to the rest of the boys and girls. Well, out of habit, all the rest of the boys and girls, excuse me, joined in singing. And Miss Amanda, she's looking all around and she says, oh my goodness gracious, boys and girls, that was beautiful. How did the rest of you learn that? And every one of those boys and girls pointed right to Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly. And Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly goes, oops. And she said, okay, can you explain what you did? And Piggly says, well, you know, we're going to go to see Princess Hannah. And she said, yes. And she said, I got a letter from the Queen suggesting that I come too. Oh my goodness gracious, this is going to be really exciting. Because I didn't ever meet Miss Princess Hannah because, you know, I wasn't here then. And the boys said, well, you'll like her. And I bet her mama's pretty too. I'm sorry. So, my little elephant cup. So, she says, well, she said, I think what we'll do is we'll let all of you boys and girls sing on the chorus, but on the verses, I want Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly, I want you to continue on the verses, and then on the chorus, all the rest of the boys and girls can join in. So they ran through it one more time, and oh, it was so pretty, it was so beautiful, and they practiced the rest of the Christmas music. They did Silent Night, they did Jingle, well, I had to do Jingle Bells, of course, you know, and they just, oh my gosh, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. They just did all the pretty Christmas songs that were so pretty. And Miss Amanda says, you know, she says, I can't say enough about you boys and girls. You have really done a good job. And she's looking around at everybody. She says, you really have done a beautiful job. Now, she says, one more thing I'm going to try to get. I'm going to get what they call risers. And I'm going to put you right now in different rows. To see if you can remember what row you were in and who was beside you. And with that, she came over and she started getting the boys and girls in a group, and she got 4 in this row, and she got 6 in that row, and she got 8 in the next row. And she says, now, risers is just like when you go to the gym. Everybody's going, and you have to stand on that certain row. So all you boys and girls in the first row, you will stand on the floor. And the second row, you stand up on the second row of seats. Okay? And then the boys and girls in the third row, now you stand up on the third row of seats. Can you remember that now? Everybody look to see who's beside them. And if you have to, write it down, because I'm not going to remember where I put you. Really, she did, because she had already written it down. And she said, I think that you'll sound different. She said, so let's play another song and sing it and see what you see if you think you sound different. because you know they were in the band show. Oh my goodness gracious. They sang "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and you should have heard the music. It was beautiful because Miss Amanda was playing the piano. She had a little portable piano that she brought. This is going to be such a great concert. Such a great concert. It's going to be so much fun. So they all went home. It was over with. The mamas were there to pick them up. And as Mama Piggy is fixing supper, and oh, you know Mama Piggy, if she's not sewing, she's a cooking. And you know, if she's a good sewer, she's a good cooker. Well, she had, oh my goodness gracious, she had broiled, I forgot what she had. Salmon. That's what she had. I knew I had it right there. She had broiled salmon. Oh, it was so good. She didn't want to go out in the grill because it was getting kind of chilly. So she just broiled it in the oven, and it was really good. Well, the boys said to her, Mama? Mommy? She says, yes, what do you boys want? And they were setting the table. She got them to set the table. And they said, well, we were just wondering how we're going to do that trip to Princess Hannah. Can you tell us what it's going to be like? And Mama Piggy says, well, boys, I've never been on an airplane either, so I don't know. But you know, you've seen enough movies. Oh, is it going to be scary? Is it going to be scary? No, Piggly, it's not going to be scary. Wiggly, you can sit down. It's not going to be scary, sweetheart. And Squiggly says, well, I know we're going to go fast because we're in a private jet. And Mama says, ooh, I hope we don't go too fast. And Squiggly says, well, Mommy, I looked it up on Google, and private jets are real nice, and some of them are that big, and some of them are this big, and that must be the kind that we're going to get because we got so many people coming. And you know, Princess Hannah's mama, she's a queen, so she must be important. So it's going to be a big jet. And the seats are so nice, and they'll have somebody on there that's going to serve us like orange juice and maybe champagne for you big people, and sandwiches and just all sorts of good stuff. And Mommy Piggy says, oh, wow. She says, we better kind of dress kind of nice for this, shouldn't we? And Squiggly says, well, I think that'd be a good idea. Well, right away, Mommy Piggy is thinking about, oh, dear, I don't have time to make more clothes. All these women are going to want these fancy clothes. Well, the next day, she called all the ladies to the house, and she says, ladies, we have a little problem here. And they said, what's wrong? And she says, well, you know, I've made a ball gown for all of us, and I made a good Sunday dress. She says, we need to dress nicely for the airplane trip. Oh, we sure do. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, they all got together, they put their heads together, and they said, well, you know, I've got this dress, and it's purple, but I don't have a coat that would go good with it. And the other mother says, well, I've got a pretty black coat, and black and purple looks nice together. And so another mama says, well, if you gave your coat to her, then what would you wear? Oh, she says, I've got a couple of coats. She says, I'll be okay. Well, they all figured out what they were going to wear, and they were going to bring their little jacket just in case it was cold on the plane, because it usually is. And they were getting excited as what the boys and girls were. Now, boys and girls, we'll hear more about that the closer that Christmas comes, and when the boys and girls go on their school vacation, that's when they're leaving. So we got to get packed, and we got to get prepared, and Mama's probably got to get to sewing some more. There was three ladies that she had to make a dress for, She had already done their ball gowns, and she still had to make their nice dresses. So, and that was Rocky Raccoon's mama, and Ollie the Otter's mama, and Frankie Fox's mama, because she hadn't done those yet. Oh, she's going to have to hurry, hurry, hurry. Well, boys and girls, that's going to be it until Wednesday. GrandMommy will see you Wednesday. Okay? You all have a wonderful day out there. And mommies and daddies and grandmommies and grandpoppies, now what do? You hit the like button, you hit the share button, and you hit the comment. And write a comment in there. I'm still waiting for ideas of what you did when you were boys and girls, because I bet you that Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly would like to do some of the same things, because they're always thinking of something to do. They get in trouble half the time, but they think something to do. So why don't you write your experiences that you did when you were little boys and girls, and we'll see if Piggly and Wiggly and Squiggly might be doing some of those same things, but with a different twist. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.